Ladies and gentlemen, they got me crying. They got me crying, man. I'm telling you, we all thought it would be coming into season 1, but ladies and gentlemen, we got. It ain't coming, but instead, for our season 1 update of Cold War Zombies, we are still getting a competitive mode, which is great because I know the rise for competitive culture has been at an absolute pinnacle. I mean, come on, we about to play Apex Legends right now. It's going that crazy. Please. Oh, this got me going wild. Ladies and gentlemen, we got 2 new game modes. The first one is Jingle Hells. Now, Jingle Hells is just essentially the thing that I think we've all been asking for since Shadows of Evil, which is the Christmas remake of The Machine, which I am so ecstatic about. I think that's going to be a lot of fun when it fully comes out. There's going to be a lot of little differences with the Megatons. They got little snow cats, they go ooh, doo, doo, doo. And then we got the plague hounds with the antlers, bro. Those motherfuckers look so funny, man. I love the way they look. But regardless, ladies and gentlemen, the other game mode that we have that is the competitive mode is Cranked. Now, the last time we saw Cranked, or ever heard the word Cranked, was all the way back in Call of Duty Ghosts. Now, this was a while ago. Call of Duty Ghosts, 100% my least favorite Call of Duty, but it innovated on one of the newest multiplayer modes that they added, where if you don't get a kill within 30 seconds, you instantly blow up. And I think that for them to add this into Zombies could be quite fun, and in terms of what people run in their loadout system, it's going to be very competitive in that way. It's just going to be wondering on, is it going to be a 4-player limit for this mode or a 2-player limit? Are we 1v1ing only? Are we 2v2ing? How is this going to work? Are we 1v1v1v1ing? Like, I don't know, but listen, Cranked, I think, is going to make its debut way down later in the line for Season 1. December 16th is when Jingle Hells will drop, but unfortunately for this next game mode for Cranked, it will probably not be coming out until sometime in January, because I could imagine that Season 2 will be coming out for February, and that is when we'll be getting our first DLC. But let's talk about Grief, okay? Enough about these new game modes. I'm excited for them. I'm definitely going to be trying to make them as competitive as possible, upload 1v1s with different YouTubers maybe, and make it as entertaining as I physically can. But let's talk about Grief in Cold War Zombies. Now, Grief has such potential in Cold War Zombies because a lot of the stuff in Cold War Zombies is already implemented for it. There has been screenshots of mutations back from Black Ops 4, which is basically a massive list of settings. Like, for people that only play Black Ops 2, do you remember where you could turn off Hellhounds or turn them on and turn on the magic box for when you would play Grief on town? Well, now you can do anything. You can add self-revives, you can add different sort of restrictions, you can start around 50, you can do anything, and that, I think, is going to make the game mode so much more replayable, and especially towards the fact that people can make their own variations of game modes, and certain ones could potentially get popular in the community, and we could all try them on those. Like, for example, a no revive challenge, bro. Who remembers no revive, bro? That was oh, another time back then. That was another time. I think Grief has all this other instance in the game as well. We have all of the intel factions, which could essentially serve as the 2 opposing teams within. And for example, we have Requiem, Omega, and even we could have another couple factions like the Dark Ether faction or maybe the Maxis faction coming in. I don't know what is going to happen with those, but regardless, I think that'll be a lot of fun if we get all of that introduced. And could you imagine, guys, also with Grief on the Victus maps, bro? It's been teased and teased time and time again for it to come into this game. And could you imagine with all the differences in the perks and all the variations and the massive upgrades that you get in Zombies for certain perks like Stamina, where you have no fall damage? That would be huge in a Grief setting. And you can also get more than 4 perks. You can get all of them. You can get all the Wonder Fizz stuff, and you can play on the Grief mechanics in these maps. I think it would be astounding if they were to add it in, and could potentially add the competitive flair that Zombies needs right now. Unlike how unoriginal it may be to constantly put in remasters in Zombies, it's more original to put them up on your wall with one of my first ever sponsorships, Displate. I only ever concede with sponsorships that I can fully vouch for their legitimacy, and Displate is the best option I've seen for posters. Look at these gorgeous posters of Group 935, the Ether storyline, and even the homies got Black Ops Cold War. These are economically friendly, steel-based posters that are designed to combat the environmental pollution of the creation of paperback posters. With almost 1 million designs with creators from across the globe, Displate started in 2013 in Poland to combat the 26% of landfill paper waste exhibited by the creation of paper, and specifically the posters. You can customize your size ranging from 17.7 by 12.6 inches to even upwards of 35.4 by 25.2 giant inch poster. And with the simplicity of a sticker and a magnet, you can place your posters on your wall in seconds without leaving any property damage. If you click the link below, a discount sale of upwards of 15% can go up to any of the posters you buy. Zombies is at this point where it massively and desperately needs a game mode that can be replayed with other people that adds some sort of competition to the mode. And I think Grief really struck home with that. They really managed to create a balance of Zombies gameplay and also managed to make it competitive at the same time without really managing to do something like Easter eggs or high round speed runs. But it's just this happy medium of the two. You want to stay alive, you want to do your best, and man, if they started it up as fast as round 1 is on D Machine, where the zombies are just coming at you, they're hauling at you, you can upgrade your Pack-a-Punch loadout weapon. Oh man, it would be so much fun. You could actually find out a meta for all the guns. And speaking of guns, I am going to be uploading my gun showcase of all of the different guns coming up soon. We have the DLC 1 weapons coming out, so I'm probably going to do one just before Season 1 happens, and then we will start with the Season 1 weapons, being the MAC-10, the Groza, and then I think it's the Street Fighter or something, bro, the Street Sweeper. Whatever that shotgun is, it's going to be the best one in the game when it comes out. Let's just be real about it. Man, Grief would be incredible with this game, and I think I would add the potential to even add spectators within the game, because listen, we had 8 players back in Black Ops 2. We in Black Ops Cold War now, bro. It's almost 2021. We should at least be allowed to have some sort of spectator watch in the game. Like, could you imagine if you had some sort of thing like Fortnite or even Warzone, where it's like this massive 50-player lobby, but only 8 people can play and all those other people can just spectate and look at everything? Oh, that would be insane. I would absolutely love that if they managed to do it. Also, if they added all these different zombie retextures, like the Megaton or the Plague Hound in the snow, like the Christmas version. Could you imagine if they were implemented into Grief? That would be so funny. You just have these guys waddling around. It's this light, playful mode that I think we absolutely need. And this is not to harken on my boy Last Man Standing again, but man, it's just so easy to add these little tiny modes. I think Treyarch would benefit massively. They've got all the mutation systems implemented. They've got teams implemented with Requiem and Omega. There's so much they can do with it, especially with the weapons in terms of upgrading them and making them do different effects on different players. Because if you guys have ever played Grief, when you shoot someone, it doesn't really kill them, it just sort of stuns them. Butterflies sort of come out back in Black Ops 2. And that was the main deal with that. But I'm telling y'all, if they brought it back, the game would be alive, it would be thriving, and it would be one of my favorite parts about the game. But regardless, I still will be posting Cranked for you guys and uploading that as a massive competitive series onto the channel. But I still hope that we get Grief either for Season 2, hopefully, or potentially even later down in the line with Season 3 of the game. I'm hoping for Season 2. If we get DLC 1 and Grief, that's going to be a fire Season 2 for me. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out to this video. If you guys did enjoy, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you in that next one, guys.